Baby, it's time to ride the funk train. As always, we're a little discombobulated and out of sorts, but we're doing something amazing today. We're going to count down all of the Atari 7800 Pac-Man games, Pac-Man style games that have ever been released on cart, because if we didn't put that qualifier on there, we'd be here until about 5 in the morning because there's a blue million of those things. But a lot of people getting interested in the Atari 2600 Plus. There's an announcement of a brand new game, blah, 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 Pac-Man double feature. So we think there's going to be a lot of people coming to the system and probably Pac-Man heads. And so we're going to do this as a service. There's carts out in the wild that you'll be able to play on your Ataris, your new Atari 2600 Pluses. So this is a top 24, as it is, list.
You couldn't find one more?
I probably could have put a hack on there, but yeah, this is going to be long enough as it is. So I think it'll be all right.
The big thing to remember, a lot of these are kind of, what do you want to say, not widely available.
Well, not anymore, definitely.
Yeah. But, I mean, the hacks, you've never really been able to find some of these. They were kind of available on the Atari Age forums for a little bit and then disappeared after they shipped, I suppose.
Yeah, some of these were very low production. Some of these were like a guy did it for a weekend, but some of these are original releases, official releases. Some of these were available on somebody's website. Some of these were available in the Atari Age store and were available for years. And now that's not the case because of Atari acquiring Atari Age, which means basically these things are now on eBay for sometimes up to $600. So good luck with that.
Yeah. Hopefully, with the double feature coming out, we might see some of these. I hope. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Some of these what?
Some of these Atari Age games, the Baby Pac Man, which I think is available on Opcode.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about Opcode. Yeah.
And it looks like Opcode has been re-releasing a lot of Bob DeCrescenzo stuff. So I guess there's a possibility at the very least that you could get some of these games on Opcode in the future, or maybe direct from Atari.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
So now, just an aside to start this off, I've been running Atari 7800 forever in some form or fashion for almost 20 years. And there's some of these games I've never reviewed because I've gotten, quite frankly, Pac-Man fatigue review syndrome. Because some of these, and once we start this list, all of these games, for the most part, are pretty good. They're at least pretty good. Some of them are amazing. And reviewing these over and over and over again are just sometimes it's just like, God, so this is going to count as my reviews. I'm going to score these as we go down, and that way when I link my website, I'll have a description on the page, but also like, okay, well, here's blank, and it scores a 4 out of 5, and here's why. So
there you go. So yeah, the 7800 is kind of like the Pac-Man console. Like if you were around, I think it always has been or not always has been. But since the homebrew scene kind of cropped up with Robert DeCrescenzo being Pac-Man Plus.
That's his name. His crime-fighting name is Pac-Man Plus.
His superhero name. But that he put out a lot of really cool, I guess you would say they started out as hacks and eventually he improved and made arcade-accurate code. But once he started doing it, it seemed like everybody hopped on the wagon. And I think if we didn't count just cartridges, you said there's something like 80-some hacks available.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, there's a ton of Pac-Man stuff. If you really want it, you can download Trevor's Pack if you have a great game drive and original 7800, and you could play Pac-Man till forever, I guess.
You could until your freaking Pac-Man thumb falls off.
Right.
Or Pac-Man wrist.
There you go.
I accidentally I did a bonehead thing on the people that follow my page. I sent them to the Kraz interview we're going to do in a couple weeks, which is stupid as hell. So some of those people are going to struggle to find that this is actually.
Is that what you're doing? I was wondering why your camera's shaking and
I don't know why
you're sweating a little bit.
I hate screwing up. Hey, look, Braylon.
Hey, Braylon, thank you so much for the super chat. Always appreciated, never expected. $2 super chat. Love you guys. We love you, Braylon. So glad to have you in here. Longtime supporter. Really, really like Braylon. Cool person.
Well, why? That's not what you say off camera, but all right.
Well, what I say off camera is
between me
not
and you.
To be brought up. No, we love Braylon.
I'm actually changing something. So hold on a second.
Oh boy, that people love it when we sit here.
No, you're talking. You're talking about how much we love Braylon, and we do.
Yeah,
all right.
Love Braylon. Yeah.
Okay, so I've changed something. Number 24 is not going to be Pac Pollux.
Well, now you've screwed up my whole list. So what's?
Okay, can you not jump around?
I can by number. Go ahead. What's number 24? Let's get started, guys.
It'll have to be Pac Nestor. So let's start with Pac Nestor at 24. Oh, you did. I did screw it up. So anyway,
you're fine. Let me find it because I was.
So there's a reason. So let me just talk about these. So number 24 and number 23 are going to be basically in the same universe. These are hacks that Gambler 172 did of Ms Pac Man. And I switched it last minute. Pac Nestor is the sequel to a thing called Pac Pollux. What the hell am I saying? If you are an American, thank you for that. If you're an American, you have no idea what you're looking at, but this is supposed to be some sort of French cartoon universe where we have Pac. I don't know who's what. I've never seen this cartoon. I tried to find it back when I reviewed this 20 years ago, but Pac Nestor is the sequel. I technically think it's worse because if you look...
So wait, this is the sequel to what?
Pac Pollux.
Pac Pollux. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Pac Nestor is a little worse in my opinion because I don't like these mazes as much. And you can see the ghost box thing. That's an interesting concept. But this game has 3 mazes. And this is the best maze of the bunch. And when it keeps going, and see, there's French words, and as Americans, we have to hate French words. Right?
What is the name of the cartoon? Is it Nestor and Pollux?
I think it's Pac and Neck. No, it's I think it's Nestor and Pollux,
something like that.
So you can see here this middle part here where there's all these dots without the walls. That
drives me nuts.
Great idea. It doesn't work. So some of these things, and it's interesting. You go in the ghost box, try to clear that out. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Multiple tunnels. Still, I would rate this as, for all of the 7800 Pac-Man type games that have come out, this is 24. So, and not terrible, but not my favorite.
Yeah, I would pretty much agree with that positioning. Like you said, the area without any walls is so hard to do. Your guy kind of needs the walls to keep him under control, and he bounces around. It's just
we're gonna see this problem come up time and time again with some people. And the interesting thing is the third maze. This one does have 3 mazes. The third maze in this game is basically, I think, the third maze to Ms Pac Man. He didn't change much. So it was kind of funny. So I'm done with that one if you are.
Yep, I'm done with that. So I guess number 23 is
Pac Nestor, which is the original one.
Well, it's Pac Pollux. You said you swapped them.
Oh, yeah, Pac's Pollux. Yeah. These things, let's get away from these as fast as possible. Here's Pac Pollux. He'll pull this up here, and I'm sorry. So this is technically number 23.
Why can't I find it? Oh, here.
Now, I like this better because this actually was loud, but this actually was this is actually pretty much the Pac-Man maze.
Yeah.
There's only one maze in this. Nothing crazy. I kind of like how the graphics look more. I don't know. I like the dots better. They're like little cakes, and I like the sound better. So I think this one's slightly better, and it's not a goofy maze with a bunch of weird problems. I dig this one better than its sequel.
Yeah, I do like the dots, like you said. They're a lot better. I don't understand what we're looking at. Like, I don't know why they're pyramid guys. Or they're cheese, ain't they? Something about cheese? I don't know. But
did you say cheese?
I think they're supposed to be cheese.
Okay. Well, see, this is a cartoon that no American is. I think it's an obscure cartoon for French people. And Gambler is a German. He spends his summer in Thailand. Who knows? He's more of the world than we are.
Yeah.
I can't even tell that they've changed color or something. Anyway, we'll move on.
Moving on. So that's the only one you're changing, right?
Yeah, that was a mistake earlier. Dual Pac-Man. Now, this is a hack that Bob did of Ms Pac Man. This is coming in at number 22. And Dual Pac-Man is probably the only game I will ever say that Bob's ever made that I think is a dud. And on my website, I've put this down as a dud. Now, this is supposed to be a game where one player plays as one of the Pac humanoids who is haunted by these ghost monsters. And the second player is supposed to take control of Blinky, which is the red ghost monster.
Okay.
I have never gotten it to work right. I don't understand it. It doesn't play properly. Somebody with the second joystick controlling the ghosts. And now what's crazy is he has introduced the same kind of thing into the new game, Pac-Man Double Feature.
Yeah.
And I now, after reading the instruction booklet, understand the concept a little more, but it's not intuitive. If you're going to have something advertised as you can be the ghost to chase your friend around, it needs to be easier to understand. There needs to be on-screen icons indicating when and when you can't control Blinky, because that's the problem. Is sometimes you can't control them, sometimes you can. I think this is kind of a dud, and we'll talk about that more with the double feature coming up when we get to that.
Have you ever asked Bob why it's like that? Why can't you just control him outright?
Because he would just come and there's no way to escape.
Oh,
he just comes, boom, you're dead. So I mean, there's little caveats with it. The game functions fine, and once you know what you're doing, it's okay. But I just think it's kind of it's not great.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a neat idea, but it sounds like it didn't work in execution.
Didn't pan out. So that's number 22. That's all we got to say.
I've never tried it, so we'll move on to number 21, a game I have tried.
Okay, here is Piranha 2. Now, the fun thing about Piranha 2,
look at this thing.
This is another gambler game. I like a lot about this game. Like it says, grab crab, kind of cute.
Yeah.
The problem with this game, I like the graphics. I like how there's crabs. This Piranha's funny. Another funny thing is there's no such thing as Piranha 1. That's always funny. Yeah, there is no Piranha 1. The problem you can obviously see is there's no walls, which that sounds like a great. And I imagine this is like a fish tank.
That's
And he's just this piranha's trying to eat or whatever. It's a cute idea. There's a lot of. This is one of his more polished games. This is the King Crab Wave. It says. I mean, there's a lot of good on screen, and who's ever playing this is much better at this game than I. But when you don't have
me playing, I recorded this a long time ago.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking. Well, you're doing
no. I recorded a few of these. A few of these were borrowing off YouTube, but a few of these are my gameplay.
Well, you're doing great. So
it's hard. It's hard without the walls because they can just beeline for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a coin-op piranha. Somebody said. Well, I had no idea. So.
There you go. So, is there a coin-op piranha too?
Who knows? We'll see if Cafe Man can help.
Cafe Man 2D. Yeah, very knowledgeable.
Very smart guy. So, what are your thoughts on Piranha 2?
I don't like it. The wide open board. Here's the other issue I had is I don't think I could get into the ghost cage after this because they just guard it and you have to get the dots in there. The whole thing, without the walls, it seems really.
Well, you did great there in the beginning.
Yeah,
brother.
but see, now I can't get into the thing. I don't understand.
What?
I assume you have to get the crab and it opens it up, but now you're just. It's too hard, if you ask me.
It's an interesting game. I think it's I don't know. I rated it on my website as a curious odyssey on these hacks. That's kind of like the second. That's like the second place out of 3 places. But that's enough out of this. This is a game.
Yeah,
There's so many good games. We don't need to harp about Piranha, which.
So here's a controversial.
Yeah.
Baby Pac Man, but not the one you're thinking of, right?
No, that's exactly right. So Baby Pac Man, I found this. I kind of feel like I resurrected this. I found this on eBay, and I probably bought it. I spent too much money on it. I don't know who programmed it. This wasn't, I don't think, Gambler. It might have been.
I'd never played this, so we're going to share it on YouTube here. So keep
Okay.
going.
Can you make the?
Yeah, but then I can't. Well, yeah, but I'll be able to interact with anything.
There we go. There you go. Look at that. So the only the only difference is this: so this is not Baby Pac Man, which we'll talk about later. This is something called Baby Pac Man, and I've called it UKI because that's the only thing that differentiates it. UKI was a company that made 2 computer games. One was Baby Pac Man, and one was, I think, like a shooter or a text adventure or something.
Okay.
This is an extremely faithful version to the computer. There is a couple of differences. Nothing to really.
So you're saying UKI didn't do this version, though, right?
No, this is a hack. There's a million, but this actually made its way to cart somehow. It was a very low production. I own it.
I don't.
But the power pellets are not in the corners, which actually makes it a little bit tougher. The ghosts need Prozac. They're the most depressing video game characters. Yeah, they're just like, I hate this game.
Oh man,
everything's
is awful.
Gray. When you bite the pellet, it turns gray. It's a very drab.
Pac-Man's white. He's an albino Pac-Man.
That's right. It's just like this is like playing Pac-Man in prison. This is just or like at a government facility.
Yeah.
Not much to say. Different mazes than you're used to, and let's see if I have anything else on my notes about this guy. This is Baby Pac.
Do the mazes ever change? Do you know, or is it just the one maze?
I think there's 2.
Okay,
I think
that's better than the original Pac-Man.
Yeah,
the ghosts aren't thrilled about it, but
no, they're not getting paid as much as they want to be paid. But not a bad game. You know, the fruits stay stationary, and we'll see differences. But
gotcha. I've never played this one. Looking at it, you're right. It looks like Sad Man or Pac Sad. I don't know. I could see it being like this in Soviet Russia. Pac-Man.
That's right. Yes, this is something like Russia.
Yeah,
the Pac-Man in Russia. That's a good way to put it.
All right. So now this one, I don't know if I agree with, but the next one,
you think it's too low?
I think it's too low, if you ask me. But I mean, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Well, Super Pac-Man is just a bad game, man. You could tell this is just where they were just starting to go like, what can we do? This is Pac-Man is a moneymaker, still a moneymaker. The gameplay doesn't make any sense. The fact that he turns into Superman or Super Pac-Man doesn't really. Hey guy, how you doing?
Hey,
it doesn't really captivate me, and I think it's weird and it's not fun. And turning into the Super Pac-Man, which this guy didn't even do on this board.
This is me playing.
Okay, well, this knucklehead didn't even turn into the Super Pac-Man.
Why didn't I? I don't know why I didn't.
I can't even remember what you do to get there, but I
don't know.
This scores a 4.0 out of 5 on my website, which rates very good. So even though this is a weird port of this is an excellent port of Super Pac-Man. It's almost except for it being spread out.
There you go. There's Super Pac-Man.
There he is, and he can't even eat anything. So I mean, that's like when you're Super Pac-Man, you should be able to destroy everything on the screen. I think that's probably the thing that irritated me the most with this version.
That would have been cool if you could just like break through walls and stuff and just kind of be like a Godzilla.
That would have been
menace to the level. But I disagree. I like this version of Super Pac-Man. I'll be honest, I've never played Super Pac-Man before. I've never even seen one in the wild.
This guy just said that too.
Yeah, but so I didn't even know this existed until I played the 7800 port. But I like it. I don't know. I think it still feels like Pac-Man, I guess, due to the maze element, and you do have the power pellets. It does feel kind of empty, I'll say. The mazes feel like they're missing the pellets, almost like they forgot to add them in. But I still enjoy it. I don't think it's a bad game. I definitely would have rated it higher than maybe some of this other stuff, but I know a lot of people have said that it's not their cup of tea, and maybe there's some opinions like this one from Justin where it feels like they ripped off Lock and Chase, which I could somewhat see. So
well, this is should be noted too. I mean, we're getting, like I said before, all these are pretty competent games. There's a couple of so this is where we're starting to where the games are pretty good. This is one of the only ones that's got like a bonus level. So like this is a bonus level.
It's got the arcade levels. I mean,
yeah.
To my understanding,
this is Bob, so it's going to be as good as he could do at the time with the technology that he had. So, still not a bad game, just not a thrill a minute like these others.
So this one I would have put below Super Pac-Man. I'll say that, but I do enjoy this one in theory, and that's Pac Jason.
This may be Gambler's best hack. Gambler 172 made this one, I think. Yeah, I think, of course, we can barely see that. The thing I think that's good about this is supposed to be Freddy Krueger versus Jason, and you're Jason, and these are four Freddy Kruegers. I think the thing that looks cool, it's hard to see on this screen. Maybe lights are weird.
No, it's when I recorded it, I apologize. For some reason, it showed up well on the CRT. The capture card didn't like the shades of red he was using, but there is a maze with a cross in it.
Yeah. I think that's it. This is it. The three. There's one with like 3 crosses. I think that looks really creepy.
Yeah.
I always think I live in the South, so there's these churches that have these neon crosses. Right. I always think that looks evil. Yeah. I don't think that looks like anything to do with God. So when I always drive by one of those, I'm like, ooh. So there's 2. There you can see it there.
Yeah.
So 2 unique mazes in this game. This one is good. This maze is good. The second one kind of has the same problem as Nestor with the no walls, and you're just kind of out in space, and that's just not fun. So the second maze, if he kept this as one maze, this would have been a better game.
Yeah.
And some of these, like the fruits and the bonus items, kind of look like sex toys to me, but that's probably because I'm demented.
They're supposed to be like hatchets and knives and stuff, but yeah, they definitely look like they would vibrate if you put some batteries in them. But yeah, Pac Jason is fun, but it is what it is.
Play it around Halloween. It's worth
exactly. It's a fun Halloween game.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one. This one I'll admit I have not played on the 7800. When you first sent it, I said, Vinny, this is a 2600 game, but it's not. It's Pac-Man, just regular old vanilla Pac-Man, right?
Yep, it's Bob's. This is a hack. The one I have on cart, this is a hack of a Ms Pac Man. Just basically the first. Oh, you got it.
I got it on YouTube. Here, let me.
That's good.
Full screen it. There we go.
So this is the maze. And it's squished a little bit. It's good. It's compared to all these others, though. We're getting to the area where there's a lot of good games. I am ignorant to the fact if I don't think Bob, we try to have Bob on tonight, and this is one of the questions. I don't know if these ghosts are actually acting like the arcade version.
So I'd say no.
Yes,
given what was dated on what I've seen, I think this is probably just a very well done hack of Ms Pac Man. Yep,
that's right. And so I haven't rated this on my website. So I'm going to rate this now. Since this is a hack and it's well done, it's just kind of vanilla compared to the other things you can acquire. I'm going to put this as Curious Oddity, which is the second best distinction you can get.
I would agree with that. It's fun. If you want I'm going to turn the volume off. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, but
it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Okay. It looks good. It looks like something we would have seen on the 7800 if they had released Pac-Man. I'd see this being a retail release, but it's hard to get excited for vanilla Pac-Man at this day and age,
especially with what they've just released.
Exactly. Yeah. So okay, very nice. So next one, the mother of them all. If you don't know the story, I think we can share a little bit of it. Crazy Otto.
So from what I know, and again, I haven't rated this on my website either yet, and I will. This is going to be a 4.0 out of 5, which ranks as very good. This is a really
Pac-Man
weird.
Has legs.
Yeah, it's just disturbing.
Or no, Otto has legs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just disturbing. And if you see these mazes and go, boy, that looks familiar, you're right. The fruit is moving. These mazes, actually, most of them end up as Ms. Pac Man mazes. This is the precursor to Ms. Pac Man.
Yep.
This is the day and age. A little history lesson. You may not know this. You may. Pac-Man was huge. And so everybody wanted to copy Pac-Man because everything at that point basically was shooting things. This is the one game. This appealed to girls. We were eating things. Don't tell them I said that. Get cooties. But so a company called GCC created this. Atari sued their asses. What happened with the lawsuit was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They had to pay a little bit of money, but basically Atari was like, hey, you work for us now, and we want you to make games for us. So they made Ms. Pac Man. They also...
okay, yeah.
They also made the Atari 7800, the actual hardware, and all of the launch titles for Atari. Now, did I mess something up there?
Well, yeah, Ms. Pac Man was before the whole Atari thing. They... or no, it was after, I'm sorry. But it wasn't through Atari, so...
Right.
They made Ms. Pac Man. They won, quote unquote, their lawsuit with Atari, or at least it was thrown out. And they went to Namco and said, hey, or Midway, whoever had the American rights, said, hey, you better buy this from us because we just won against Atari and we will release this and you won't be able to do anything. So they just purchased it outright from them and made it into Ms. Pac Man.
You're right.
Is my understanding.
Yeah, you're right. And there's 5 mazes with this, which is more than Ms. Pac Man. And the fruit moves, and there's some mazes that are exactly like what we saw with Ms. Pac Man. But this is a good game.
Yeah.
With a lot of weird history. You don't have a lot of the crazy bull crap that you'll see with some of these other arcade games that tried to cash in on Pac-Man's name. But let's see here. Atari asked,
who does the How Atari Games Work series with me.
Yeah.
Yep. You want me to read? Atari asked GCC to ask permission when releasing a mod, and Namco was very ecstatic about Crazy Otto because they had nothing in the pipeline after Pac-Man. So yeah, essentially, they GCC made it and was going to release this, to my understanding, or threatened to, or was going to, whatever, and they took it to Namco.
So a little bit of history here.
Yeah, and this 7800 version is very cool. It feels very appropriate for the 7800, given GCC, their involvement with Atari and the 7800 specifically in designing it and releasing it. So, well, I guess they didn't release it, but you know what I mean. So, they got me. Yeah, I'm not very good at these games, but
yeah, you're doing pretty good. So anyway, there's that. It's Ms. Pac Man in a way. It's actually got an extra maze, so that's kind of interesting. I think Bob is the one that did that.
Yeah,
right?
Bob did that one, and you could get it at Atari Age for a very long time, and now not so much. Next one.
It's true.
KC Munchkin.
Okay, so here is one of the clones of Pac-Man. This game is unique for a few. This is a Bob DeCrescenzo game, and this is actually Odyssey.
Yep.
2.
Odyssey 2. Yep.
Released this, and They're trying to.
The hell kind of picture is that?
I don't know. It's got me. Give me a few minutes. I just got some new blue pills I need to try out.
There you go.
But this is a very rudimentary looking Odyssey 2 version of Pac-Man. Bob, for some reason, put teeth on this thing, which always horrified me.
Yeah.
But the original did not have that. This is an interesting game because the little dots move. There's only 3 ghosts. You're working with a system that actually it wasn't even technically superior to the 2600, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Especially graphically wise. But this had 4 mazes, and the reason this was probably the coolest was that you could create your own maze with a very easy to use create a map.
I think the create a map was what, just like 6-digit thing you just put in, right?
You can actually go. You can go. If memory serves, you go to each spot and you tell it what you want it to be. And there's not
really?
that,
I think on the 7800, isn't it just the code at the bottom there tells you what map you generated, or am I?
You could, I think, generate maps, but no. When you created, you went space by space and you created your own, and then you can recall it with the codes, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, ECDHE thinks there was 3 ghosts because Odyssey 2 only has 4 sprites, so 3 ghosts plus the player, which would make sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this port, like you said, the teeth was weird. There is a cheat code. I think a long time ago I put out the video where you can remove his teeth. It's actually painful looking. They pull them out one at a time
with the pliers. It's like Marathon Man.
Yeah, but it's fine for what it is. I never cared for KC Munchkin. I don't like the way the dots run from you.
Right.
Well, it feels like they run from you. I mean, they're just kind of floating about. I don't know. I prefer Pac-Man any day of the week, but it's here on the 7800 if you want it.
It's got a I don't know. It's got a flavor to it. Like when you're in the mood for it, there's like the fourth maze is interesting because it walls itself off and you can be trapped in the 4th maze. I gave this one a 4.0 out of 5, which rates is very good. It's just different enough to make it interesting, I think. Ooh,
that was the end of my gameplay there. So
you apparently didn't like it.
It's all right. It's competent. Just not my cup of tea. So next we have one I have not played, and that's Hangley Man.
Hangley Man?
Hangley
Are you making some of these up?
Sounds like it. Let me bring it up here. Go ahead if you want to start.
The name Hangley is thought to be one of those, English, where the people in Japan and stuff, they have a hard time with English.
Right.
I think Hangley is supposed to be them trying to pronounce hungry.
Oh, okay.
And this is the beginning of, and this is a Bob game too. This is a Bob hack. I think he, this is a technical hack. I think I read on Atari Age, but this is, you can tell we've got some of those no walls places here in the center that they fool around with. And this is the first one on the list that starts to really screw with the gameplay to make the game harder. What people were trying to do in the arcade was people were getting very good at Pac-Man.
Okay.
So people would be playing, 15, 20, 30 minutes on a quarter. And so they started to put in these kits that made things crazy. Let's see if you do anything here when you eat one of these.
No, this isn't me. This is a YouTube video.
Okay, so
I don't know. It says Atari 7800 Hangley Man single lines.
Let's see okay, so one thing there. Okay. So right here, disappearing mazes. When you eat a power pellet, that's one of the random things that can happen.
Interesting.
I think there's like alternate invisible mazes too. So this is them, and then you can also see spaces with no walls, which is like we said before, is harder to navigate. I haven't rated this on my website yet, but I will rate this as a curious oddity. This is a unique take on Pac-Man, and it's a little bit of a history lesson too. And there's enough different mazes to horse around with, and somebody may love this.
So yeah, and I think this. My only thought would be, it seemed like there was a time before we got one of the games further down the list that seemed to encompass a lot of things into one. That like there was every version needed its own release, and it got to be a little too much Pac, in my opinion. You can like the dots Pac-Man eats, you can kind of eat too many and overdose on Pac-Man, in my opinion. So this one feels a little less necessary. If you're collecting, this would be one of the ones I would just let go and I'd be fine.
And this never really was
right. It was on cart, but not.
And then you can see right there, this board starts off with invisible mazes. So
play it for a second. Oh, there's no walls at all in here.
Yeah,
is there? Or there is? I don't know. I don't understand what we're looking at.
It's invisible.
Invisible walls. Okay.
Yeah. Or actually, maybe not. I don't know.
Very cool stuff, though. It's different. All right. Next one is Pac-Man 320. Why not 420? No, I know why. But
Now tell people why. Why is it 320? There's a 160 and a 320.
Yeah, it's the resolution, I believe, or the here. Let me add the YouTube video to stage. So the let me turn this down a hair. On the 7800, you have a couple, and ECDHE can elaborate in the comments, I'm sure. Resolutions, you have 160, I think A, B, and then 320, which allows for more detailed sprites, better resolution, but I think it uses a lot more resources. So a lot of games didn't incorporate 320 mode a lot. And I believe this is Robert De Crescenzo attempting to do Pac-Man in pure 320 mode, I think. I could be wrong on that.
Your microphone's gone weird.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, okay. I don't know. You got mumbly there. Now you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it was. I'm getting a little tired.
Oh, well. This version is great, except if you notice, there's like little black frames around the ghosts. It's very strange. Yeah.
There is. Okay.
So I think that's odd, but other than that, the music in this version is great. I'm not a fan of not being able to see the entire map. Even though I'm not a huge Pac-Man person and nobody should ever listen to what I have to say, I'm not a knucklehead for this scrolling stuff. It is impressive, and the graphics are way better than Pac-Man, his hack that he released years earlier. This is a graphically big step up. It is, but at the end of the day, it's just Pac-Man. Oh, and I do know this: the behaviors of the ghost monsters are arcade perfect. This is basically
version.
Yeah, this is basically.
Oh wow!
This is basically when Bob is really starting to. Boy, that guy barely got out of there.
Yeah, man, he's good.
Yeah, was that you?
No, this is on YouTube. I've never played this version.
Oh, okay. Well, he got all of them too. So good job to that guy. So this is when Bob started to really kick butt. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. Very good.
Yeah,
it is just Pac-Man, but it is a very good version of Pac-Man.
It looks very good, and it looks similar to something we'll talk about here in a little bit. So very cool.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Let me pull that off. Next one we're going to talk about is Ultra Pac-Man. I'm not familiar with this one.
This is a very short run too. The 320 we just talked about is a short run. This is another game I have not reviewed for my site. This is a hack. This is not a full-fledged homebrew. This is another Bob game. So you can kind of see this looks more like the Ms Pac Man from GCC.
Yeah.
But if you notice and if you pay attention, John, and I didn't know that until today.
Okay.
When you play, there's another game on this list that ranks higher called Pac-Man Collection. When you play this thing called Random Mazes,
okay,
there's 21 random mazes you can play on Pac-Man Collection. 6 of them come from this game. There's 6 mazes in this game. Yes. And so if you were to pick up one of these little side gimmicks, this is one of the coolest ones because it's got a lot of different gameplay differentials because of the different mazes. This famously has one that says Bob, which I always thought Bob De Crescenzo did himself, but it actually it was designed that way before anybody knew who Bob was. So it's very there's also there's really none of the craziness like
Yeah, it looks pretty basic from what I'm seeing of like a Ms. Pac Man hack.
Right. There's no, but this was released too in the arcades. So
right. Okay.
Yeah, but this was,
but not by Namco, right? This was Namco?
I don't think so. I think this is one of those weirdo companies trying to cash in. I may be wrong, but this was. But you can see these mazes are wacky, but they're effective. Yeah. And
I recognize this maze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's no Pac-Man Plus / Hangley Man type gameplay weirdness.
Gotcha. Oh, very cool. I don't have much to say on it. Looks solid.
Yeah, I would rate this as a must-have if you're going to.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the highest ranking you can give
for the curiosities, oddities, and
yes, the hacks as well. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Let's move on. Clear that off the screen. Next one has a weird name, Vinny, and I don't know how I feel about this name being on 7800.
Well,
Mr. Pac-Man NES.
ECDHE, if he knows anything about this, that would be great, because the NES version of Pac-Man is just Pac-Man, but it looks like the 320 scrolling version. This version of Pac-Man is bonkers. It's got new mazes. It's got really funky colors. It's not like the NES version of Pac-Man at all. But yeah, it's got, like, look at this, green and yellow. It's like the Packers. And look at the colors of the
ghost. There's
the ghost. But everything kind of changes color-wise, and I think this is it's an interesting stab at Pac-Man, and I'm not sure where the idea came from, and it was a very short-run release as
do you
well.
have this on cart?
I do not have. This is one of the few games that's ever been released I've never owned.
I would say I know you have you have a complete collection as far as like Atari age, homebrew, retail, and all that. But
yeah, there's some things like, when a guy just goes, "Hey, I'm selling this weekend. I made 10 cards." I might have missed some of those. Justin Messer says he thinks it's based on the Tengen version of the Microsoft.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
a Ms. Pac. The Tengen version of Ms. Pac Man, I think.
I'm sorry, like Microsoft. Yeah, Ms. Pac Man. He may know. Well, he does. He knows more than I. I have no idea. So if anybody ever can come out of the woodwork and educate us on that would be good.
That's kind of when I read the name. I kind of thought, I was hoping it would be the Tengen version of the NES release of Pac-Man. Many of you know there was like a Namco release and then Tengen released their own version. Yeah, there was 2 versions on the NES because Tengen was technically the Atari arcade division. Yeah, that separated from the Atari home component, and they decided to get into the home market, which there was all kinds of issues. There's a great video by a video game historian that explains how they were releasing stuff for Nintendo, and they stole schematics while they were golfing with Nintendo executives and stuff. It was
that was crazy back then.
Video games was cutthroat.
It was. If you ever watched that Tetris movie, people almost died getting Tetris out of Russia. That's not even a joke.
Right.
I like the mazes.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
I think the colors are actually kind of neat.
Tengen should have just went by Atari Games is what they should have done, because that Tengen's a terrible name.
I don't think they could have. I think that would have been violation of their agreement with Atari proper, the home division.
I got you. Well, this is another game I have not reviewed. This is another hack, so I'm going to review this as a must-have. But see, those colors are funky too. So
yeah, you got some odd stuff. Very interesting.
Yep.
Okay, so number 10. We're at the top 10, Vinny. We're at the home stretch, and this one, I like this one. I think I might have put it a little higher if I had input and you didn't beat me and tell me what we were doing. Junior Pac-Man. An
amazing game. I haven't reviewed this one at my website either. I would give this one a 4.5 out of 5. It's excellent. You can see Junior Pac-Man is not old like Ms. Pac Man or Mr. Pac Man. He is flying around like a crazy go-nuts.
Very young and hip and fast.
The thing I like about this version is not only does it scroll and the mazes are huge, for someone like me who's not very good at these games, it's easy to get away from the ghosts.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit more time to live. You're not dying left and right, or at least I'm not. And each time you clear a maze, because this is so long to clear one, there's so many dots, it changes the style. So you don't have to do 2 or 3 in a row. It just goes immediately. Now, do you know what's happening with the toys and stuff, and why are they jacking up the power pellets and the regular pellets? Do you know what's happening with that? Or
I know that when the toys travel through the map, if they touch the pellets, they make them bigger and kind of, you can kind of see through the center of them. You move slower.
I think they destroy the power pellets, right? If the toy touches...
they'll destroy them, but the regular dots will make you go slower when you go to eat them.
Okay.
So he moves fast, except for then. So you want to... It kind of adds some urgency and importance to eating the items as they pop up.
And getting rid of that toy before it can cause too much havoc.
Exactly, because otherwise it will mess up your game. So
I'll also say it's good that we saw this. I wasn't going to mention this. The cut scenes are much different than those ones we see over and over and over again. This, the Pac-Man's trying to make friends with the ghost monster, and I don't remember how that ends, but it's probably in tears.
Hack Billy's here. We got to restart the list.
Benny, 24.
Pac Nest. No.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So, So, I don't know. Look at it. We're talking about Pac-Man. A lot of this repeats, but this one's one of the most unique games.
I like this one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'd play you right now in it.
Oh, yeah?
Damn good game.
You'd lose.
You'd beat me at it, but I would.
Look how good I'm doing. This is me playing.
There's a game there's a game we're going to get to that I really wish me and you could play together.
Really?
You said last year you're going to come down. You're coming through the South, coming up from Florida, and I thought you were going to be able to stop, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah, that fell through, but I am more than likely I'm going to go down there here soon, so I do want to stop down.
Well, I'm going to shoot you for a commercial for one of my movies coming up, and I'm going to come to Toledo, and we'll have until your wife kicks me out. We'll
there you go. You can sleep on the couch. It's fine. Okay, so number 9. This one, some people might know it.
It's the first official release on this list.
Yeah.
Ms Pac Man was a launch title made by GCC, the people that actually made the 7800, and Ms Pac Man and Crazy Otto. These guys were great. We interviewed what's his name, Steve Golson.
Yep, great guy, and he had a lot to do with Ms Pac Man. Yeah,
and besides the music, we're being real nitpicky now because there's been such improvements. This is TIA sound, TIA sound, very good TIA sound, but it's still not as good as a Pokey game or something like that. Besides the blue dots and the squared kind of dots, this is a really good version, especially considering this was made in 1984. Very good version of Ms. Pac Man, best games of all time, and I rated it on my website as a 4.5 out of 5, which is excellent.
Hey, Vinny, T-Bone's here. We got to start over. 24.
Well, I feel bad. I feel bad that T-Bone was on my channel.
Okay.
At the stupid link of we're interviewing Kraz in 2 weeks, and I jacked it up.
Yeah.
And there's probably a bunch of people still over there going, where the hell is it?
Where's the show?
Yeah.
But no, Ms. Pac Man, this was fantastic. It's a shame it didn't release in 1984 when they originally were going to launch the 7800, because it would have been a much bigger deal back then. When the 7800 finally released, Ms. Pac Man coming out was a little less of little less than what it could have been. But I think it's such an excellent version. If you loved arcade games, especially arcade games from the mid-'80s, a lot of people have been happy with this port.
Well, this stands the test of time, too. I mean,
it is.
I know about 20 years ago, I was trying to buy a Street Fighter II machine.
Okay.
And I went to an auction, and Galaga and Ms. Pac Man were still getting huge figures. And they still, to this day, make money for laundromats and pizza joints and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's got a timeless feel, but again, it's just a shame it didn't come out in 84 rather than 86. I think it would have done so much better. But it's a great version of the game. I love this game. When I was trying to introduce my daughters to the 7800, this was the game they gravitated towards, was Ms Pac Man. And it's just one of those approachable, fun games. Everybody can understand it and play it. So, absolutely. I don't think there's much more to say, Vinny, is there?
No, it's excellent. It's great. If you like Ms Pac Man, it's amazing. So.
It is. So number 8, this is a weird one for me. Robert DeCrescenzo. Why is he on this list, Vinny?
It's just we go visit him.
Okay.
We just go hang out at his house. He shows us his garden out there, and
he has a nice garden.
He talks
you ever
about
eat his zucchini.
Yeah, right. That sounded weird. Maybe ask the Japanese guy in here. He may have. But anyway, look at the hummingbird feeders. Pac-Man Plus is another one of those games that came out in the arcade. You can see there's a soda, there's a Coca-Cola can. I think there's a beer bottle in this one too. This is a pretty wacky version. There's like the ghosts have flags on their heads. This is one where you eat a power pellet. Sometimes one of the ghosts does not.
Okay, this is where that originated from.
Yeah, one of the ghosts will exactly. Well, this was made for experts of the game.
There you go. Pinky isn't okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And there's invisibility. The walls. Sometimes you'll eat a power pellet and it'll turn invisible. So there were like gameplay wrinkles, extra maps. This was basically a hack back then. You would put in a board on an arcade machine, and it was a way to get somebody off the machine faster. You can check out the gameplay's a lot faster. We've got weird pellets and weird spots that are hard to get to. And I'm not sure what the
cocktail in the middle there.
Yeah, there's a lot of adult beverages, and then
whoa, that cleared everything. Wait,
and if you notice there's an invisible ghost.
Was there?
So there's a lot of weird goofiness going on. I haven't reviewed this on my website. I will add this later, but Pac-Man Plus is a 4.5 out of 5. It is basically like Pac-Man on acid. And if you're good at Pac-Man, this may be the best. See, now they're all disappearing. Check that out.
Yeah, where are they? That's crazy. Wow. So, I don't know. I kind of like this. The cool thing about Robert DeCrescenzo and Gambler and a few others who brought all these to the console is just the fact that they were so complete with a lot of it. So, having all these kind of obscure Pac-Man games on the 7800, I don't know, it kind of feels appropriate now. Like, I couldn't imagine them not being on the 7800. So, very cool stuff.
Well, going back to Pac-Man, Bob DeCrescenzo, the one reason he did a Pac-Man game, he felt like it was the only Atari system that didn't have a Pac-Man, and he felt very
the original Pac-Man.
He felt very angry. So he's like, that ain't right.
The arcade business model states that players should put more coins over 3 minutes on average. No wonder they wanted to check. Oh, okay. So like you said, with the one coin thing, they wanted them to put up.
A master would be in there for an hour with all these people with money in their hand wanting to play, and they couldn't. So that's why they would do this.
So very cool. Number 7 is a combination of some things we already seen. Ms Pac Man 420, blaze it.
Yeah. You're only 75 off. Again, haven't reviewed this for my site. This will count as a review. I will point to this part of the video. This is 4.5 out of 5. This is excellent. This is a scrolling version of Ms Pac Man. Look at the graphics. They look like you're watching the damn arcade machine. The sound is incredible. Is it arcade perfect? It sounds really close to me. If you like Pac-Man, this is the way to go. The only thing about this is they have the little black squares around the ghosts, and sometimes Ms Pac Man too. I'm not sure why that happened, but
I think ECDHE said there was color limitations in 320 mode.
Sure.
I think.
Well, I knew it had to be something like that. But see how there's a little black there. That's not going to keep me up at night gnashing my teeth. Again, watch out for Inky. Oh, good job. Not a fan
this
of
is on YouTube, not me.
Yeah, let's just pretend it's you. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah.
Look at you go there. You're playing it right now as we speak, which is amazing. Yeah, and like Justin Messer said, this is very reminiscent of the NES version of Pac-Man because
Interesting.
It scrolls, and this was available in extremely low, quantities. This was never released on Atari Age or anything like that. So this was if you knew a guy. This is almost like the 1980s when you had those tape trading days. Yeah. Where you would hey, you want to see a bum get beat up by a cop for 20 minutes? Way before YouTube, we'd watch them tapes or whatever. This is kind of one of those things. The fruit moves on this, by the way. So good game. Not a lot of people are going to be able to play it very long, but it's a good game.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks similar to, like I said, something we'll talk about earlier. I really don't have a whole lot to say about it. I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
I like the style. I like the blue bow on Ms Pac Man, but I don't know if that's due to the color burst on the 7800 or if it's supposed to be blue. Yeah. Very cool stuff. Okay, so we'll take this one down. It's hard to do everything here, guys. Give me 1 second. Number 6. So this one, I don't understand this one. Ms Pac-Man Twin? What's that?
Ms Pac-Man Twin. Now, this is a game. Hey, Hugo, I see your comments. They're coming in here,
see them. We see them.
It's good to see you, my man. Ms Pac-Man Twin is, again, this was a very low-run cart situation. Now, check this out. Does that not look like an acid trip? I mean, we got red dots. We got green dots. So we got the traditional Ms Pac-Man has to eat the red dots. And the new, I guess her next door neighbor, maybe it's her cousin or something, with the green bow, she has to eat the green dots. And you can't clear the maze until both of them are gone. And this seems like, now what's crazy about this too, which normally a game like this with a system like this, we would be like, this sucks. This would be a great game, but I don't have anybody to play this game with me. This version actually has AI to use the second player, so you're working in tandem with the second player trying to outscore them. Well, you're trying to outscore them, but you're working together trying to clear off these mazes.
Clear out the map.
Yeah. What's interesting?
Neat.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And so you can also play 2 players. So if you did have a buddy, you could play. But the other cool thing is this, it's crazy, is like somebody can eat the power pellet right here. Look at this. And then this green one is going to eat the ghost. So she's actually getting, the green one actually was getting the points for the red player or the original Ms Pac-Man eating the power pellet. So like,
wow.
So that's kind of cool too. Like you could actually screw yourself points wise because it does assign a winner at the end of this too, whoever wins. Now, as far as how many times these people die, I never could really figure out what was the player pool or anything like that. But, but eventually they'll say, all right, enough. You guys have been dying left and right. But
I imagine it's probably the same, but maybe due to sprite limitation, they don't show like the life on the bottom like they normally do.
Right.
Because now they're showing, well, they showed that they both died. I don't know. Yeah, that's a little weird.
That's I like it. It's a great game. I would rate this 4.5 out of 5. This is another excellent version of the game, a nice twist, and much better than Dual Pac-Man.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I did not know about this until today, so very cool. We should get this and play it when I come down to Florida or you come up here.
We got to play that one.
Okay, so number 5.
Well, this is the man of the hour, right?
Yep.
So I rated this as a perfect score. No, 4. I think I rated. What did I rate this? 4.5, almost a perfect score. And so, even though my channel's been shadow banned by, look at those sexy hands there. My channel's been shadow banned by the evil reptilian YouTube people. I almost have 1,000 views on this review. I can't believe it in this unboxing. Really cool. This is something that sparked a lot of we're doing a lot of Pac-Man stuff because people associate Pac-Man with Atari for whatever reason, even though it was Namco. When you say, hey, I play Atari, people either say, oh, I love Pitfall. Oh, I love Pac-Man or whatever. If they're older, they say, oh, I love Space Invaders, that type of thing. But Pac-Man is up there. So this double feature that's coming out in October, and they're releasing a brand new, ugly ass but just awesome as hell Atari 2600 Plus line with all the different kind of controllers. This game was the one Bob told me and you about, that he was sad. It was like, he doesn't drink, I don't think, but it looked like he probably had a fifth under the table. He was so sad that he put all this work in this game and it was never going to come out.
Yeah.
I have, if you don't watch my channel, you just watch John's. I'm Big and Funky Productions. I have a review on my site. That's me doing the.
Look at that.
I have
how many glasses?
Only 3. I didn't feel that squirrely that day.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm reviewing the San Diego Comic-Con gold box version of this game that was shipped up immediately. Look at that. Made out of pure gold, and inside is chocolate.
Chocolate, yeah. How good was it?
A little stale. I don't know where they got that. I think they got it from I think they got it, and I dropped my phone on the box. That was awesome. But yeah, so this game, hit pause there if you can.
Give me a second here. Okay.
All right. So you can select the players, select the lives, 3 to 5, random mazes, yes or no, the level you want to start, and also speed up. Now, I like stuff slow. I'm an old man. But speed up is much easier because you're so much faster than the ghost monsters. The random mazes is what makes this thing awesome. And the game does not do like the Pac-Man Collection where it gives you predetermined mazes. It procedurally creates the mazes as you play it. The order is always going to be different. You may never you may never play a maze again. Nobody will ever play the exact same version of the game when you have random mazes on. Wow. This breathes tons of life into this game. It also has on the back side, if you flip the dip switch around, the old corny 2600 almost ruined Video Games Forever version. That thing that we all remember. It has that version included. Now here's the thing. I'm going to give you this for free. I just released it today, but I was
going to say, didn't you put a video out on this?
I did.
Don't give it out here. I'll tell you what. Everybody go watch the video Vinny put out today. We'll link it. Somewhere in the thing. Don't give it out here. Let's do a little homework, guys.
Okay. There is a code that Bob told me not to tell anybody about, but it got released. And it makes this game, really, I should go back and re-review this and give it a 5. It makes this game, talking about double feature, it makes the game really doubly good, if doubly is a word. And go to it's Big and Funky Productions. There's an N, not the word and you can go there. It's this video I just dropped, I think today or yesterday.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the link. I'll put it in the chat. That way, go watch it after the stream.
Yeah, and then that way, if you've got this game coming, I know they were selling it at Atari Age. There's only 1,000 of those gold copies.
Yeah.
If you've got one coming to you in the mail, you should get it. And Atari Age has got their head out of their butt. They're shipping stuff off fast. But this is a great game, and it really. And again, I'm not a huge Pac-Man guy, but it got me excited, and I'm buying all the damn controllers and all that stuff because I'm an idiot.
You are Shadow Band because I'm searching for your video.
I know, man. People are like, dude, they love my content, and they're like, why do you never populate near the top of lists? And I'm like, who knows? I think I made a deal with the devil, and I didn't.
Like this person said here with the peach in their thing. I assume that's a peach with a pit in the middle.
Oh, really?
There is a Cousin Benny channel. Yes. If you don't know, go check out his channel. He does a lot of great content. I just put the link in the chat.
Thank you.
Like Hugo said here,
they're gone.
They're gone. They did sell out of Atari double feature gold chocolate edition over on Atari Age, but hopefully everybody got a chance to get one. They were limited to 1,000. If you did miss out, the good news is the high score cartridge bundle one, the one you can buy alone, they're all the same game, just they won't have the cool box and the what else was there, a pin and whatever else came with it.
Okay. Hey, Atari Boy's in here, and he says that he still has the Pac-Man for the 2600. He still owns it, but he also did the box art for the original Pac-Man collection. I love the
Okay.
box art for that. I like the new one
it's
too.
awesome.
I like the new one a lot too, but I've always thought that was some of the best box art we ever saw. So congratulations, Atari Boy. That's sexy.
But I think Atari Boy did a lot of box art. If I remember, if you look in the manual, I think he's credited.
And his avatar is that guy with the crazy 70s hair.
I like that hair. Yeah, that's the guy off of Berserk, right?
Hey, I'll tell you what, Atari Boy, make me the Berserk guy. Put an afro, sunglasses on there. I don't have my afro no more because I'm 50, but I would in a mink coat. I'm shooting robots with a bass guitar. And then we'll make a new game. There's so many Berserk games coming out right now. They could use another guy.
If you could draw you as Pac Man with a mink coat and
I don't know. I've got I don't want to be reminded of when I was fat. It'll make me feel bad about myself.
He said the last box art he did was Baby Pac-Man. All right, so
good one too.
We're at the top 5. Pac-Man Double Feature breached the top 5. It did not make it higher than 5. Very interesting. However, given 24 games, that's pretty high, and there is some heavy hitters coming up, Benny. I'm actually surprised this one didn't rank higher.
Are you?
A little bit. Number 4, Pac-Man Collection 40th anniversary.
I think you could anything in the top 10 could be pretty interchangeable at this point.
Okay.
So Pac-Man Collection 40th ranks as a 5.0 on my website, Atari 7800 Forever. And it's basically, we could probably link this in with the second one, the one finished second. But this is
not sure why it's not moving. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Grooving like a sex machine.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So this is the 40th anniversary of Pac-Man. This is another Bob Day Crescenzo thing. And again, this is his reimagining, or he revisited the Pac-Man collection that he released. The Pac-Man collection, the original one, was the highest selling game over at Atari Age for years, which is crazy because it's a 7800 game. Yeah. We all know the 7800 is not nearly as popular as the 2600. It's still in that community as well. But this version basically is pretty much the same, except it has the scrolling mazes in the 320 mode. And you got to say, hey, if you prefer that, you're probably going to like it. If you don't prefer
there's also, I think, the other Pac-Man collection uses the Ms Pac Man logic for the ghosts, and this one uses arcade. I want to say perfect or accurate.
Actually, the first one he actually corrected that and made it arcade. Yeah, okay. It was the first.
It's kind of weird. Something about the movement, but did he go back after this one or?
I mean, he the movement of the others was arcade perfect. He did he made games. We'll get into that in a minute because it finished higher than this. But this is a great game. There's a couple of differences with this one. Of course, the main one is the scrolling mazes in 320 mode. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure I hit all these things. The other thing is too, you can actually beat this game, and if you go through 255 levels, which nobody.
That's easy.
Nobody
I do it in this video.
I do it every day before I go jogging. If you do that, you get to see the end, and the end is copied from the Sega Genesis version. And the reason
I wonder has anybody seen that? I mean, you're saying nobody did. Is it on YouTube or anything?
Bob showed it to us because Bob can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so. And again, we're showing one maze here. This thing has all the 21 different mazes. There's you could play as the Hangley Man, I think. There's all sorts of there's new
and Yamaha sound. Look at that. So that was a cool thing about this too. Did you mention that? I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off or getting.
No, you're not. You're fine.
So this originally was going to have compatibility with the 7800.
That's a good point too.
What was that unit called now? I'm blanking out.
But the expansion module.
Yeah, yep. The 7800 expansion module, which had the Yamaha sound built into it. And that's why if you're playing this cartridge on a, what is it? I can't remember now. 7800 Plus, maybe. I know if you play it a certain way, you get the Yamaha sound on here, but this thing isn't always on the screen, I don't believe.
I don't think it is on the cart version. I think
that might just be through a game drive, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So there's a different maze. No, that's the same. No, that's a new maze. So
yeah, the XM expansion module.
Yeah, so the expansion module, we're gonna have to make a video about that one day, the whole story about what happened with that sad thing. But good question here, Pac, Billy. I know he's an expert on the game. I would imagine he probably could if he really wanted to get to 255. And the reason 255 is significant is that is the kill screen in the arcade. Like when a player would get to level 255, it would basically flame out and all the code would start showing up on the screen, and basically that just meant you beat the game. Because
basically
things went haywire. It was not a programmed ending. It was just basically the game was frying itself at that point.
255 was something about after that it flips, and then it can't go above or below 255 for whatever reason. It's a thing ECDHE would be able to tell us about. But very cool, Benny. Is there anything else you want to mention about 40th here?
Yeah, we'll kind of hit it here in a second too.
Okay. So 40th, very cool. I love the 40th anniversary edition. I was very hyped for that when it came out. It did not disappoint, in my opinion. I'm kind of surprised this one is as high as it is. Not because I don't like it, just because I think there are some I prefer over it. But number 3 is Pac-Man Generic Energy Drink Edition. So
the story of this is that this was Bob's reimagining of this Red Bull arcade machine that came out that was a part arcade machine and part mini fridge for all your Red Bulls. Well, we're getting to the age where none of us needs to be drinking that horse piss that destroys our kidneys and our bodies and breaks down our cells on a molecular level. But this is an energy drink version, which is basically the same maps as this Red Bull arcade thing, which if I ever find one in the wild, I'm definitely buying this mini fridge arcade thing.
I would too.
These maps are so cool, so fun. They're so colorful. They're terrific. It's really what an update, even though this looks like Miami Vice in the 80s, this is what an updated version should look like, man. I mean, you got the stuff moving around. You got all the blocked out tunnels. It's just a fun experience, and probably the most fun I've had playing a Pac-Man game in a long, long time.
Oh, I love this version. I love that. I remember lurking on the Atari Age forums when Bob was working on this. And again, it was basically for completion's sake. I mean, since so much is available on the 7800, he anything new comes out, it seems like he has to port it. It's almost like an illness at this point.
He told me he's not doing Pac and Pal.
That's what we'll see. But it's an addiction. He won't be able to resist for long. No, but who knows about that? But this is a wonderful edition. I love how if you pick up the generic nondescript beverage containers or the fruit as they pop up, you can kind of clear them if they're on the same line as you or in the same path. It kind of does this thing where it just knocks them out.
Yeah.
Just a lot right there. He kind of saw it. So a lot of cool.
Yeah, it's a great game. Some gameplay twists and the the positioning of the power pellets and stuff makes it interesting. Great game.
I think there is another thing. I don't remember if it was this or if it's in just the cooler version. I think whoever has the current high score, their initials are part of one of the mazes. Do you remember hearing that?
I do not, but that doesn't surprise me, and I wonder that goes back to Crystal Castles.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
if you do Crystal Castles, you have the high score. Your initials will be part of the actual castle, or the first castle. So
yeah,
that's something to research. And again, I would score this if I didn't say it already because I'm getting sleepy. It's I would say it's 5 out of 5. This is a perfect game.
Absolutely. I love it. I might have put a few others in front of it, like 40th, but like you said, anything at this point, they're all excellent, including our next number 2. Some people might be surprised what our number 2 is and might have a hard time thinking what number 1 is. See if you can guess. Number 2, Pac-Man Collection.
To me, this scores a 5 out of 5 on my website. To me, I know the 40th is technically superior. I like there it is. And the graphics are better on the number 4 here, and also the sound. I love the menu. I love the nostalgia of it. I like how you can see the entire maze without scrolling.
Yeah.
But the thing that I love the most is an option that me and John both love, because we've both talked about it before, is there's a button. You can basically adjust. One of the things on the options is you can basically adjust your speed. You could just be regular. You could be. You can see this person's playing a version that has Pac-Man Plus, because the little ghosts have the little flags on their head. But that's in
the menu too, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, you can
plus mode on or off. Yeah.
So yeah, you can make any game plus mode. And I don't think you do that on the 40th.
I don't think so.
But there's also, you can control the speed of Pac-Man by holding down the button, which is awesome. So it's basically like you have a 2 gear speed for Pac-Man. You can hold down the button, he'll go fast, and then you can pull it off. To temper it, to make it, to give you more control.
And of course, it's got all the interludes and stuff. But yeah, I love the button. I love being able to just kind of hold it, dash, and then go back. It's kind of a nice little get out of trouble thing. I think there I'm playing with the button activated, so you'll see me zip around and then slow down.
Get the job done, and then when you got to do some control, you choke up on the bat a little bit, and you can tell this is one of those random mazes from Ultra Pac-Man. So.
Absolutely, yeah, very cool. This one's interesting because of how it kind of halves the board almost, so you can get through in the middle, but if you're on the bottom, you have no other way to get to the top than going through the middle there. Very cool stuff. Yeah, love this game. Love it. I think a lot of people would put it at number 1.
Yeah, it was a number 1. It was the number 1 Atari H homebrew. But for years over there.
And then
this does look old, but I mean, we are playing on an Atari 26 or a 7800, so I mean, it's going to look old. Even the new stuff kind of looks old and is limited.
I agree. The 40th looks better overall, but again, it's a trade-off. It's really a preference thing. Do you want to see the maze, or do you want better?
Right.
320 mode graphics. It's a preference thing. They're both excellent versions.
Yeah. I just like the ability to speed up and slow down. I think that's really cool.
Yep. Like, absolutely. All right. Are we ready? Anybody guess it? Nope. Nobody knows what number 1 is. Of course.
Casey Munchkin, the Casey Munchkin, the Revenge.
Nestor is number 1. No.
It's a swerve.
Baby Pac-Man, number 1.
Oh, I think they're adorable until they poop. Now, Baby Pac-Man is my favorite Pac-Man game on the system. I think it's the only pinball game on the system, and it's one of the weirdest arcade games to ever exist, because it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid pinball machine and arcade machine. This scored a perfect score, of course, on all of the Atari games that I own and I have reviewed. And I've now after this, I've reviewed every video game that's ever been released in cart form for the 7800 after I update the website. Yeah.
So this makes it official?
Well, I haven't done Tile Smashers yet. That's the only one I haven't done.
Which one?
Tile Smashers from Video 61.
Oh, from Video 61.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that when we're talking about this game, even though that game's fine.
It's decent.
But this game is it's the only version that's ever been ported to a home system. So this doesn't exist on an NES or some sort of Sega or even a computer. It's only available here. and you can power up your Pac-Man. You can see that somebody did very good making him go faster than tunnels, which you can do on the pinball version. You can level your guy up. You can make the power pellets appear by doing well in the pinball version. This isn't just for points. How you do on the pinball field directly affects how easy it is to survive on the maze portion of the game.
Yep. Yeah, it's great how they correlate to each other. I think this was always kind of, what do you want to say? It was probably difficult to port this to anything. I seen the MAME ports of it, and they tried to simulate the arcade / pinball feel, with the pinball game always being on the bottom and the ball dropping in. It's hard to pull off. I think by flipping the screens like Bob did, I think it's pulled off excellent on the 7800. It flows nicely. It's a tough Pac-Man game. If you're not good at Pac-Man, I think this is a hard Pac-Man game. But if you're not good at Pac-Man, you can just play the pinball and vice versa, which is kind of cool.
Well, it's not an easy pinball game either. No. I think the spaces between the paddles are kind of wide, and there's not a lot of stuff blocking. Now, this screen here is the second screen. I think this is much easier than the first screen.
Yeah, I would agree.
I could almost clear this without any power pellets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places for the ghosts to get hung up. The first board, Cafe Man, if you get to the second one, you can shoot down there pretty easy. But yeah, this is a frustrating, addictive mess. And it's not the best Pac-Man game in the world. It's not the best pinball game in the world, but together it's mighty, mighty, as they say in the Ohio players.
Oh yeah. I love this game. It was on Atari Age. Of course, it was taken off famously, but now Opcode is re-releasing it. So this is one of those Bob Dave Crescenzo games. Excuse me. The Opcode has gotten the rights to however they pull off their voodoo. And it will be released. I've heard Opcode's games, the Popeye carts and stuff, have started reaching people this month. I guess they were delayed by a month, which isn't bad. But this game will now be available on Opcode's website. I think it's at $65. This is some guy's YouTube channel, by the way.
That's pretty damn good graphics there. What in the world? We got Hulu and a spaceship.
Let's see what this guy rates it. I like this guy. I watch his videos from time to time. He gives it 5 out of 5. Look at that. Okay, anyway.
I did too. So we agree that that's one of the best games for the system.
Absolutely.
Because you don't throw 5s out very often.
Yeah, Opcode is a company that usually deals in ColecoVision games. They do have a landing page for 7800 stuff. It's a mess right now. I don't know why they haven't updated 7800 to their main website, but I'll pop a link in there for our Peach guy. I don't want to put his comments up because this picture is
turning you on.
Yeah, a little bit. It's hard to. It's like it reminds me of being in high school again. I can't
calm down.
Can't go to the board because I'll embarrass myself. No, but very good game, and I agree 100% with that. But you could easily, if you don't like pinball, Pac-Man Collection, Pac-Man 40th, there's a ton of other great stuff there.
I think double feature, the 40th, either one, energy drink version, they all could be number one. It was tough. It's like we're at a middle school talent show. There's really no winner. The winner is the parent that didn't show up.
So I'm still sad that At Games has Ms Pac Man tied up on a train track, as Namco does everything to stall and photo her and made Pac Mom as Atari.
I think Atari Boy was falling asleep as he was writing that.
But that's it. At Games has Ms Pac Man rights now. Is that what I'm understanding out of that? That's interesting if they do. That's kind of crazy.
Somebody asked if I've ever played a baby Pac-Man in real life. I have not.
There's an arcade unit in Indianapolis, apparently.
I'm going to Indianapolis in a week. I may try to find it. Tell me what the arcade is. I'll go in there. I'd like to horse around with it.
I also have not played the coin-op version. I've never even seen one, let alone played it. Vinny, it wasn't the Ohio players. It was the Commodores. I'm sorry. We were looking for the Commodores.
Somebody
You get no points.
Who's the Funk Master here? Me or you, Pac Billy?
Well, Pac Billy is now the Funk Master until you earn it back from
until I defeat him with Funk Trivia.
There you go. But yeah, it's at Tappers
on Virginia Avenue.
Virginia Avenue.
That sounds safe.
Tappers.
Well, just any street in the United States that's named after a state is normally a place you can get knifed at. But
yeah, so very cool stuff, Benny. Great rankings. Now you did the ranking. I admittedly I haven't played a lot of these games, so I felt like it was good to have you do the ranking because I would just be guessing on a lot of them. But good stuff. Very interesting. A lot of cool games brought to the 7800 Pac-Man style. But would you agree double features up there on the list?
With the code, and we'll say this again, if you go to my channel and check out what the code is, I would dare say,
and I'll put the link.
If it was an option, I said this in my video, the review, but I'll say it again. Bob wanted to include this option as for free or without any sort of shenanigery. Atari did not like that idea for whatever reason, and they allowed him to put this option, this secret code thing, this thing that screws around with the gameplay as an Easter egg or a code. So it is in the game. And if it was part of the regular game, I would have to give this a 5. And I would say that double feature with all the excitement, all the different colors, all the joysticks and stuff, it might have been number 1 with this option.
There you go. Interesting.
All right, Pierre, I'm glad. That's why we did this. Now, if you go to like Trevor's ROM pack, if that's still readily available, we were going to do every game. There's just so many, and there's a lot of them are the same thing over and over. It's just like fast or some sort of small graphical thing. These are the ones that have all been released on cart at some point. Some of these are very low runs, like 10. And a lot of, I would say if you didn't even have some of these, it doesn't mean you don't have a complete collection.
Does joysticks or controllers, Vinny? Or
I would say joysticks. Wait a minute. What are we talking about?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Preferences? What bathroom I go into?
Does Cousin Vinny's website have a list of cheat codes for the 7800? Do any of the original games have cheat codes?
Oh,
Vinny's website does have cheat codes listed. I also have a video where I just kind of show off random ones.
I'm putting up one this weekend. Not to outdo you, but I'm putting up one this weekend that's got all the special codes to Burning in the Tower of Doom that I found.
Absolutely. And so Atari7800forever.com is where you go for that stuff. Like I said, I put out 2 videos. The thing is, those are always just going to have what they have. The best thing about Atari 7800 Forever is they'll be updated constantly, as it has been for 20 plus years now. So check them out.
There's a lot of old news, a lot of stuff that happened
archived,
archived. A lot of stuff. Me and John used to have a podcast every week for a couple of years. We did, or every other week. That's up there. I mean, just every game is reviewed for the 7800 except a smidgen of these Pac-Man hacks, but every other thing's been reviewed.
You even have pole position 3.
I do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Did somebody say that?
No, but I did.
I was going to say, that game's terrible.
Albert told me they won't have the Pac-Man double feature at PRGE, but may still have the 7800 plus versions. Okay, so PRGE is coming up soon. I know a lot of people get excited for that.
How about we put something in the damn East Coast?
Right. Why don't we
something
have
in Ohio,
Columbus.
Atlanta? Yeah.
I know there is one in Columbus, but I don't think a lot of these guys make the trip out here. So,
I know that if I go to San Diego Comic-Con or if I go to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, I'm going to spend a lot of money. And after flight, hotel and stuff like that, I'm like, dude, what in the world am I doing to my family's nest egg at that point?
Yeah. What can you do? It's one of those things. I've been trying to get. I want to get the 7800 version of John Hancock's block throwing game.
Oh yeah.
What game was that again? Block 'em, sock 'em, or whatever.
Yes.
You said that was on the forums, right? I messaged him. He ignored me. I don't know. Maybe he don't. I know he sells that stuff in his show circuit. So maybe that's how you have to get it now. I don't know. But you go to those shows, a lot of those guys have stuff.
Why do you want it? You told me today that you've well just review it on the VCS.
Yeah. Well, no.
Why?
I like to play it on the 7800 Plus. I don't know why.
I don't even know if it's compatible with the Plus. It might be.
I would think so.
You do realize the one on the VCS is the 7800 version.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I know.
But you still you want to play it with the joysticks in your hand.
With the Pro line. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, that game is mid. So.
You want to play a below average game with a below average controller? Be my guest, brother.
Vinny, we have. Oh, come on! You have a whole shelf of below average games behind you, and it probably have been a below average controllers.
Barnyard Blaster? How dare you?
Oh, you've never played? Barnyard Blaster.
So somebody said the A1C game. Now listen, I don't want John Hancock, who, by the way, he calls himself
the A1C game. What's that?
Because I said, and people agreed with me. Okay, like. He put himself in the game, right? Which is his prerogative. But I'm looking at a guy who's probably pushing 50 years old, throwing giant blocks up in the air. I'm like, can OSHA come out here and give him a back brace? Does this guy have an A1C that we need to worry about? You're supposed to put like cute animals or little cute girls or hot chicks or whatever as your avatars in a video game, right? But there's like a guy that looks like me out there going, hey, I'm going to throw this block up. I mean, after a while, you're just like, bro, tag in your son or something. And the game isn't bad.
Is he in all his games?
I don't know.
Because he has a couple like 2600 games, don't he?
I don't know. I mean, the guy seems like a nice guy. I always like his positivity. Like when he reviews a game, even if it's a game that's terrible, he's very positive. And I don't mean to denigrate the guy because I think I'm not jealous or anything of the guy because I know he does have like 90 million.
You were telling me behind scenes how jealous you were of him.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to choke his life out.
You're going to hijack his channel.
I'm going to change all his Diet Coke to Coke so he'll stroke out. No, he's a great guy. I probably shit on that game a little too hard, but it was just like, man, this game. Hey, and you know what? Something else too. Making a puzzle game, it would be very. I don't know how the people do it. I think the people that do it are geniuses, and I think he's a good reviewer. Let's put it that way.
I'm looking at another game apparently he made. I don't understand this one. So what is?
Is that what he made?
Apparently, this is.
Well, let's not shit on this guy. I don't want it to be. I mean,
Game Panic 3 part. No, I'm just curious. Can't we? We can be curious. I mean, you said when Kraz comes on next week, we're gonna shit all over him. So.
Well, that's him. That's obviously him. You see, he's the blue thing.
That's him. So he is in all his games, and now he turned into a crying face. Okay, I was just curious. Just curious.
Well, what is this thing? What the hell is this?
That's a mole rat.
Is that his ex-wife?
Okay. No.
In the middle?
So this is
Why did you spend all your money on these goddamn video games?
Well, this is Game Panic 3 Parcel Success. So he's made 2 other ones of these. So I'm sure they're excellent games. Okay. Anyway. Like Hugo said, he don't make the games, he hires people to make them. But still,
well, he did Daryl. He got Daryl to do the Block 'em Sock 'em for, and he's the guy.
Oh, that's Popeye. Right.
And Daryl 1970, I think is his handle. And
this is why you guys should subscribe to Vinny. It was the most accurate review of Block 'em Sock 'em you ever saw.
I was probably too harsh, but
no, it was accurate.
I mean, the game, and I had fun. I just beat it real quick.
Go ahead, Atari boy.
But yeah, man, do that. Yeah. But like, what the hell was this? I don't even know.
I'm sorry.
I don't. It must have been a lie. I don't think the game. I don't think he makes. Okay, yeah, we just said that.
Yeah, Hugo said he doesn't make the games.
Oh, somebody said what homebrew game do I want to see? I've had some great ideas, but everybody has great ideas for homebrew games, right? Nobody knows how to program this stuff, so it's like
Yeah.
You don't know the limitations of the system and stuff. I had a shooting game I thought would have been real good that had a cool. I actually tried to make it, and my system crashed, and I put so much work in it. I've never tried to program a game again. But I've tried to help Bob DeCrescenzo with the game Resolve, and I think
your ideas. He said
he wrote them down. I don't know.
If he wrote them down. Yeah.
And I texted him the next day, and I said, "Here's all my ideas." And it's a zombie top-down game. Kind of looks like the original game, Grand Theft Auto, top-down, and it's a survival game. And basically, the ideas that I had, I basically just stole most of them off Days of Doom, which is for the Atari VCS, which is a good game.
Familiar.
Oh, shut up!
No.
Yeah, I don't want to I hate AI. I'm making a movie about AI that I hate. I hate AI. I'm using AI thumbnails right now just to promote my movie.
Yeah, you are. You said all your thumbnails are AI, right?
Right now, until the movie comes out.
Oh, so that's just like a thing.
Yeah.
Now here's something interesting, Vinny, and it's on topic. So I just want to share this. How do I do this? So he really is. Yeah, he's in all the games. So here he is.
Now we're jiving on this guy.
Well, I'm just interested. So he really is in every one of these games.
What in the world is happening in this one?
I don't know.
Is he carrying a ghetto blaster or what is that?
He's going. You got to go to the girl you like and impress her with your stereo, and you're playing Atari music for her outside her window. I have no idea what we're looking at. This looks like a trip. I would like to try this one because it looks like you got to keep going left.
Well, that's right, John. I know you went to Toledo.
Well, no, it's left. Is it mirrored on the thing? No, it's not. It is right. I'm sorry. Whatever. Anyway, he is in all the games. I was just curious.
Where does John Hancock live? Well, he's at 1151.
There you go. There's our peach buddy. Is that a peach or what is that?
Don't talk about it.
Huh? Okay.
Let's just ignore it.
Okay.
Maybe it'll go away. I got to get some lube. I don't want to have to do that.
There you go. Hugo says have AI make a game for you, Vinny.
Yeah, I saw that. I hate AI. I'm trying to defeat it. I know people are starting to warm up to it, but well, brother, I think we did the thing.
Coconut. He said it's a coconut. See? It's just a good-looking coconut.
I'm gonna go to the beach now.
I know. I need to find a coconut tree.
I love John. Where does John Hancock live? Well, the thing about John Hancock that kills me, and again, I'm not doing it. I like the guy.
It sounds
we're
like
gonna sink her. So he's gonna find.
Oh, he's gonna crush.
I bet when I ordered the game from him, he wiped his butt crack with it. It did smell a little weird.
It smelled like A1C or what?
It smelled like high sugar booty juice. But it smelled like our Japanese friend here. Put it between the coconut crack.
Yeah, I wish I could say his name because it's hard to respond to him.
Hashim Wasaho.
That's your name now.
So, anyway, I'm not talking about it anymore. So anyway, I think we're done.
You think we're done?
I think we're done.
But do you have any? Yeah, we got it. The list was great, Benny. I do appreciate the hard work you did in looking into everything, ranking the games. Like you said, you'll have them on Atari7800forever.com. Do you have anything you want to promote before we kick rocks and get out of here?
Yeah, a few things. If you can go to bigandfunkyproductions.com, which is a website, you can watch all the movies we've released on the splash page. It'll take you to like Tubi or Amazon Prime or something like that. You can check out our movies. We've got one coming up called Showdown in Secret City. I would love people to get excited about that one. And it's about AI. It's about the fear of AI. It's about how AI is probably going to change what it means to be a human. These are horror comedies. If you scroll down, those are the movies that we have released. The first three are ones we've done, and then we partnered with a company called Asai TV to make that Vinny's Fantastic Adventure. Somebody else wrote that and produced that, but anyway. And there'll be 2 more movies we're putting up pretty soon, and another one it's an ally. So we've got tons of feature films, horror comedies, and comedies coming out. for you guys. So keep a lookout on that. Oh, and if you are in the Midwest, I'm going to be at the SilCon. SilCon is in Gaze, Illinois. It's SilCon, Central Illinois Con.
Central Illinois.
And I'm on the front page here. So if you want to come and buy anything associated with my movies or any Atari stuff or anything like that, you can come check me out, and I'll be happy to do a meet and greet out there. And I think it's the 19th and 20th, right?
I'm trying to find the website, but
let's check it out here. Let me look at it real quick. Sil-Con 2025. If the human race is still alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we make it that far. Yeah, I can't find a website for it, Benny. I was going to pop it up for you. But SilCon coming up. Meet Benny.
19th and 20th up in Gaze, Illinois at the Front Street Event Center.
There you go. Front Street Event Center on Gaze.
I was up there a few years ago in Mattoon, Illinois. And
nice.
It's right next to Gaze. And I said, I've never been so close to Gaze in my whole life, and now I can finally be inside of Gaze.
Nice, Vinny. Nice. I mean, you could have been inside Gaze whenever you wanted. Let's be honest.
I just can't afford the gas.
There you go. Well, excellent stuff, Vinny. Again, great job on the list. If you would, one last time, I'll put the link in the comments there for Vinny's new video he put out. If you want to find out the secret about the double feature. Of course, if you're on Vinny's channel and you want to check out my channel, it's the Atari Network. We cover
best Atari network on the planet.
There you go. We cover all things Atari. Just this morning, we put out our Wolfenstein 3D review. Great port of a Jaguar game there. We covered Harpy. I almost said that wrong. Harpy's Curse before that. 2600 plus Pac-Man edition, all that stuff. So other than that, we have check us out in I think 2 weeks time. We'll have Kraz from Kraz Production. He's a VCS game producing machine. Everything that comes out is from him, it seems like.
I mean, he's basically keeping the VCS alive, right? I mean, I don't even know what the business friendship is, and it's cooled down with everything else, but he's got like a pipeline to that store. So
he is the lifeblood, and people seem to have really liked his last game, The Last Stop, which is great. It's
looks
great
cool.
For him. Yeah. Horror walking simulator. So very cool stuff. All right, Benny, good job.
Well, thank you, buddy.
All right,
I'm glad you're back. It's been a while. You've come back, and I think everybody's missed you.
I keep hearing that. It's like, well, I've been back for about 3 weeks, but thank you.
But now we believe it.
I think people were doubting the return of the.
Well, this isn't easy, right? I mean, I think it's something everybody has to realize is doing this channel. I mean, making the video where I reviewed the Pac-Man double feature. That probably took, in promoting it and finalizing and uploading, I mean, that probably took 6 or 7 hours. The Atari top 100 videos we've done, that would take me 13 hours to do a video. So it takes a lot, and eventually you're just like, holy crap, I got to take a break. It's not fun. It's got to be fun. And if it's not fun, you're just doing it. You're just doing it out of obligation. People can tell you're not having fun with it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. And then you end up, if you make a schedule, you end up covering things just because you have to put stuff out. So then your heart's not really in it. And I think it's just better from a creative standpoint to kind of do things when you're inspired to do them is what I'm finding. But yeah, it burnout's real. Let me say that it's tough to have a full-time job, a family, 3 kids,
herpes,
and live inside Gaze and do this stuff. No, very cool stuff. Thanks again, Vinny. Thanks a lot, guys, for popping in. Check us out in 2 weeks when we go and interview Kraz, the VCS game producing machine. Take it easy, guys.